Most beginner traders get lost staring at the charts, thinking that the market is extremely unpredictable. But today I'm going to show you a secret that the pros use. It's a simple line trick. It's so uncomplicated, but it makes it 10 times easier to spot your entries and your exits. It makes them almost automatic. So make sure to watch this video and your charts will start to make sense automatically. So the first thing you're going to do to get to your chart is click on the TradingView link in my description, sign up for your free account, and then once you sign up, you're going to click these three little lines, click on products, and it's going to take you to super charts. Once you click on super charts, it'll take you to your TradingView chart where you can view all of your stocks. It's a very simple process to get to your chart. Today, we're going to be looking at QQQ to draw all of our real life examples. Okay, so the reason why this matters is because beginners struggle by literally saying things like the market is chaotic and everything is moving everywhere. None of this is making sense. There's too much stuff going on. And you think that you have to memorize every single number. But the main thing that you're missing is that you don't need fancy indicators or expensive tools. There's literally one thing that's already in your free TradingView subscription, and it's going to simply show you the hidden chart setup. So I'm going to show you how to draw simple horizontal lines at your Q levels, and it's going to instantly tell you where the market respects support and resistance. And support and resistance is the key to understanding every other type of trading strategy. So comment down below if you've ever been stopped out by a trade because you didn't know where the real support or resistance was. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to find it. I promise you after this video, you're not really going to need any other type of quick hack to know where support and resistance is actually located. So first thing you're going to do, open your TradingView chart after clicking the link in my description to sign up for your free account. Then you're going to find the horizontal lines at the obvious swing highs and swing lows. Okay, so first we're going to do is go here and we're going to find our horizontal lines. You're going to click on this little brush here in the corner. Okay, this little brush is going to give you all of the little markup tools. The brush is right here. Okay, once you click on this brush, then you're going to scroll and you're going to find the thing you're looking for. So you're going to go here to trendline tools. So this one is the brush for like drawing on your chart. So we're going to use this as well. And then you're going to also find the one that says trend lines. We're going to use this one as well. Because we're going to draw our horizontal lines multiple different ways so that you don't ever feel like you have to use one thing. I'm going to give you multiple different ways to draw your horizontal lines today. So essentially the lines we're looking for are where price doesn't want to go above and where price doesn't want to go below. Okay, so we're going to first try it out using a horizontal ray. As you can see, I have these stars here on the side. These are ones that I've favorited. So it says remove from favorites, remove from favorites, remove from favorites. When I hover over it, it says remove from favorites. And when you actually add it to favorites, it's going to create this little bar for you with all your favorite tools. So my horizontal ray is here and my horizontal line is here. I have another ray here and I just have some other tools like that brush I talked about earlier. So you can add them to your favorites if you want to, but you can also find them on the side. So the first thing you're going to do is just practice with finding your tools. So I'm going to show you using a horizontal ray, which is going to be a one-sided line. It has a point and then it doesn't end. It just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay. Then there's also the trend line. which is point A, and point B, and it's a line that ends, okay? And then there is the horizontal line, which goes infinity from left to right, right? So I'm gonna actually put them all up on the board. And so this is so important because if you don't understand how to use proper trend lines to find what you need to on your charts, you're never going to be able to chart properly. So this is a trend line. It has a point A and a point B, as you can see. Point A, point B. I don't know if my cursor is picking that up or not. Hold on. Can you guys see my cursor now? Why is my cursor not on the screen? Maybe this? No, it's not showing on the screen. But you know what I can do is use this tool. So this is our trend line here. I can't even circle it, but it's right here. And then here is our horizontal line here, right above that little black dot I'm moving. And then our horizontal ray, which is at point A, is right here. These are tools you're going to use forever, so do not forget these tools. And then you're going to say, how do I find them? You find them over here in the corner. You go to trend line, and you'll be able to find them. You can find horizontal ray, horizontal line, and then go down here to the brush, which is called brush, and you'll be able to find different other tools, including the brush. Now let's use the brush. Okay, so the brush is going to be a more abstract way to find your lines, and I like using it as well. So you just literally use it and draw a line. Now obviously the line is not straight, but it's really good for drawing abstract lines when you need an abstract line, because sometimes it's really hard to look at a trend and see the trend. For instance, let's use an example here. What if you don't know how to draw a trend line yet, or a horizontal line yet? What you can do is you can say, okay, I'm going to use this brush and I'm going to try to connect all the swing lows and try to find a trend doing it this way. So I'm going to connect all of these like low candles, and I'm going to the wick, I'm going to the bottom. I'm going to try to find what the movement is, right? And you would say, okay, now I can go in and use something like the trend line and try to add some straight lines to what I just did, right? And I'm going to add straight lines over it. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to learn how trends are forming. But it's harder to see it when you don't know how to draw them in the first place. So you kind of have to sometimes do a little abstract, and then you go back, delete the black lines from underneath by just clicking on them. You can double click them. Oops. You can double click this black line, and can you delete it? I don't think you can delete it from here, but you can click on it just with one click and press delete on your keypad. And then you can say, this is what the trend looks like. It has a higher low, considering like here, a lower low, sorry. And then we have another lower low. And then we have another lower low. And then we break structure to the upside and possibly going to continue up to that direction from this rejection down here. Now, if none of that makes sense, it doesn't have to. All I'm saying is that this is going to be able to draw on your chart. So the thing that I want you to do is pull up your chart. So we're going to actually draw some swing high and lows, okay? Now, the reason I showed you all those tools is because you might have a preference for one of them, and you can just use whichever one you want. I'm going to use the erase tool and just erase all these things off my chart. And now we're going to move into using the actual tool, the actual hack. So this is your bar style here at the top. It's here at the top. You're going to click on that. And you're going to click on line. Mine has a star by it. This, I'm going to remove this indicator off my chart so you can see what I'm doing. All right. All you're going to do is look for exactly where price doesn't want to go above, doesn't want to go below. This is so much easier to read for a beginner. So you're going to grab a line. I'm going to just use the horizontal line, but you can use any of the options we just talked about. And just mark the clear points that price doesn't like going above. All right. Just go ahead and mark some of them. Price hates going above this line. It literally just went completely to the downside. And sometimes there's more lines than, so there is a line right here, this 627, but we still need to add a line here at 623 because we have this and this, okay? So when price reacts to these lines, you already know what to expect because price is going to do likely what it's previously done at that same price point. And this allows your brain to not get cluttered. Now, one of the things that's going to mess you up as a beginner is when you think that you can draw 20 lines on your chart and not be confused. You will be confused. It's not because you don't know what you're doing. It's because you're confusing yourself. So I would recommend only drawing a few things on your chart. Okay? Just a few things. And for me, this is the 4 hour. So let's move down to the 1 hour time frame. Zoom in just a little bit. And now we're really only working with like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're really only working with those 4 levels. Everything else is kind of out of the scope if I were to day trade this, right? Because price is only going to move $1 or $2. $1 or $2 per hour right now. And so we have almost double to the upside, 18 to 36 and 18 to 600. That's another $20 to the downside. So we really only have to look at these 5 lines to make our trades, right? And so then we're going to switch back to regular candles. And now your resistance is actually drawn in a more accurate place than if you were just to eyeball it. The second mistake is checking a higher time frame first. But you should check, it's actually checking the lower time frame first. So really check, like I said, we did it on the 4 hour. Check that 4 hour first because you want to see true support and resistance before you start zooming in. And the third mistake a lot of beginners make is they don't wait for a confirmation around their line. They just jump in. They just assume, oh, I have this resistance here. So when price gets to this line, it's going to go underneath. It's supposed to, theoretically, because that's what it's done previously. But it might also just shoot through and make a new higher high. It might just create all-time highs. You never know. So it's not about doing what it says it's going to do when you get to the line and just blindly entering for calls or puts. It's about, hey, it's now at this line and I'm going to wait to see what it actually does. Is it going to start to form down below or is it going to start to break above? And then we have this really small $2 gap here of a lot of choppiness. So that also is going to make a big difference. But those are the three biggest mistakes. So the key takeaway is that lines are very simple, but they give you so much clarity and confidence into your trades, and that's what most people need. They aren't bad with trading. You just need a little bit of confidence, and if you can literally look exactly at where lines are turning around, you don't have to look at specific wicks or specific candlesticks. It's so much easier. Okay, so this is a beginner level hack that pro traders use every single day to really shake out the noise of a market by using that higher time frame as you see. And if you want more step-by-step examples of exactly how I use this type of stuff to turn these type of lines into real profits, check out my watch and learn playlist. I show my live trades, exactly how I plan, enter, and exit. There is a card at the top of this video throughout the video, but also you can check my watch and learn playlist directly on my channel. And let's make this your best month yet. And remember, showing up every single day is what makes you a winner. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Kai Win is out.